And here we go with triple threat action at PPW283. Premier Academy standout DeMarcio taking on Pancho, taking on one half of the Premier Pro Wrestling World Tag Team Champions, Anakin. A lot of speed and agility standing in that ring right now. Everybody wondering who's going to make the first move. It looks like Anakin and DeMarcio have their eyes set firmly on Pancho. And Pancho now in the ropes, looking for a safe space apparently. Taking some time to pose here in the opening moments and pays for it. Anakin and DeMarcio on the attack. Knock Pancho to the outside. And Pancho may have incurred the wrath of these two as he's brought back into the ring the hard way over the top rope, landing with a thud. Now Anakin and DeMarcio working together. A double arm drag. This match is every man for himself. But this is actually sound strategy from DeMarcio and Anakin, trying to take out one competitor to turn it into more of a one-on-one match and turn the odds more in their favor. And now Pancho is in no man's land as Anakin and DeMarcio take turns punishing him in the corner.
Beautiful. Come on, guys.
Anakin now sends DeMarcio off, a splash right into Pancho. And now DeMarcio sends Anakin off. Look at the velocity on that splash. And Pancho, I don't even think he knows where he is right now as he rolls to the outside of the ring. And now Anakin and DeMarcio set their sights on each other. Anakin, one half of the reigning Premier Pro Wrestling World Tag Team Champions. He out-experiences DeMarcio here, but DeMarcio has proven himself since his debut just a number of months ago that he can stand with the best Premier Pro Wrestling has to offer. Both of these competitors incredibly agile, and it's fully on display here. Anakin trying to shoot DeMarcio off the ropes. DeMarcio reverses, and what an arm drag. Now working on the arm of Anakin. Sound strategy here, trying to ground Anakin. When Anakin gets a little bit of momentum going, he's like a bullet in that ring. It's hard to keep track of him. Very agile and very quick. And Anakin gets the boots up. Rocks DeMarcio. Anakin looking for a high risk here. But look at that. DeMarcio catches the arm in midair, turns it into an arm drag. And now DeMarcio back on the advantage. Anakin forcing DeMarcio back into the corner. And a splash in the corner to DeMarcio. Anakin building up steam here. This is what I was talking about earlier. He gets that momentum going. There's little you can do to stop him. An elbow and a snapmare. And a stiff kick right to the collarbone. But there's Pancho back in the ring, and Pancho breaks up the count. A wise move on the part of Pancho, waiting until both men had their back turned. He runs in the ring, breaks up the pin, and now Pancho with the advantage. Oh, look at this. Using DeMarcio as a surfboard. Taking a little time to pose here. Oh, and a stomp right to the lower back. Pancho has DeMarcio up against the ropes. And now Driving the hand right into the face. And look at that slap. What a show of disrespect. Sends DeMarcio off. But DeMarcio, just enough steam to get a crossbody in. And Pancho kicks out. But there's Anakin. Sees the advantage. Sends DeMarcio out of the ring. And now it's Anakin and Pancho. Sends Pancho up and over. Pancho landed hard on his rear end on that one. Sent a shockwave all the way up his spine. And look at that drop kick. Catching Pancho right in the jaw. Pancho's dazed here, but still has the wherewithal to kick out at 2. And Anakin now grounding Pancho, trying to wear him down a little bit on the outside. DeMarcio's back to his feet, but still rocked from that assault by Pancho. Pancho now sends Anakin off the ropes. Goes for the clothesline, misses. Anakin, the diving crossbody, goes in for the pin, and there's DeMarcio back into the ring. And now DeMarcio setting his sights on Anakin. 5 minutes have expired in the time limit. 25 minutes remain. Anakin now sent into the corner. DeMarcio building up a head of steam, and what a splash! DeMarcio with the advantage. Can he make it 2? He does! And DeMarcio very wisely keeping his eye on Pancho. Shoots Anakin off the ropes, looking for an arm drag. Anakin blocks. And a shot to the gut, 2 shots to the gut. Looking for a backslide here. And DeMarcio kicks out at 2. And DeMarcio now working on the left arm of Anakin. Wisely keeping his eyes on Pancho in the meantime. Pancho rolls to the outside. Now Anakin powers his way back up. Puts DeMarcio in the corner. Rams the shoulder into the midsection. Just driving the wind out of DeMarcio. DeMarcio with a reversal. Anakin tries to leap over. DeMarcio catches him. Anakin, though, holding onto those ropes. Able to power his way to the outside. Pancho tries to pull him off. Anakin with a kick to Pancho. Anakin's going to fly here. And what a clothesline! In for the pin now. 1, 2, and a kick out. Anakin now looking for the drop kick. DeMarcio puts on the brakes at just barely an inch away. Anakin barely escapes that pinfall before the referee hit 3. DeMarcio now taking a little bit too much time. Anakin seizes the opening, delivers some shots to the midsection. Oh! DeMarcio looking for that arm drag. Didn't get all of it, but got just enough. But there's Pancho pulling DeMarcio off of Anakin, now putting the boots to DeMarcio. And Pancho now trying to pick the bones, going for the pin, but Anakin kicks out at 2. And a stomp for DeMarcio, a stomp for Anakin. Pancho now seesawing between the two, goes in for a pin on DeMarcio, but DeMarcio too close to the ropes, gets his hands on the bottom rope, and the same goes for Anakin. And again, somebody needs to tell Pancho that the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Pancho now putting the boots to Anakin in the corner. Trying to pull him out of the corner. Anakin, though, that agility, but runs right into that offense by Pancho. And Anakin now rolling outside of the ring. The back of Anakin's head snapping off the canvas. And now Pancho sets his sights on DeMarcio. DeMarcio, though, back to his feet. And Pancho now offering an alliance to DeMarcio. Yeah, I wouldn't trust him either, DeMarcio. And I don't know if that was intentional or not, but DeMarcio distracting Pancho long enough for Anakin to run in. DeMarcio now, look at the elevation on that arm drag. Only finds a 2 count, however. 10 minutes have expired in the time limit. 20 minutes remain. And now it's DeMarcio in control of Pancho in the corner. A scoop and a slam for Pancho. DeMarcio feeding off of the Premier Planet here at the Premier Studio. Roll forward and look at that, a rolling frog splash out of the corner. Took his eyes off of Anakin though. Anakin runs in to break up the pin. Anakin now with DeMarcio. DeMarcio looking for a clothesline. Anakin rolls behind, only gets a 2 count. Anakin looking for another backslide here. And DeMarcio able to power his way out. Anakin takes DeMarcio down, rolls him up. He's got both legs hooked, but DeMarcio is able to kick out. Anakin now setting his sights on Pancho. Has Pancho in the corner. And a clothesline. Anakin building up momentum here. Third time is not the charm. Anakin runs right into the turnbuckle. Pancho rolls him up. And Anakin able to kick out at Pancho with a drop kick. And now Pancho is the only man standing in the ring. He's not taking advantage. He's taking time to dance. And I have a feeling this is going to cost Pancho. He's taking too much time to pose and dance. Instead of going in for a pin, finally goes in to cover DeMarcio, only gets a 2. May have been a 3, Pancho. But now working on the head and neck of DeMarcio. DeMarcio, though, refusing to quit. However, the longer he's in this hold, the more wear and tear it's going to put on his body, and the less likely he's going to be able to resist. And now look at that torque that Pancho is putting on the head and neck of DeMarcio. The Premier Planet begging DeMarcio not to tap out. He may not have a choice, though, if he wants to avoid some serious injury here. But look at this. Crawling towards the ropes. He's able to escape. Pancho turns it into a pin, but DeMarcio too close to the ropes, and now punishing DeMarcio for grabbing the bottom rope, using the bottom rope for added leverage against that right arm. And a drop kick to Anakin in the corner. Pancho not taking his eyes off of the tag team champion. Sensing Anakin's presence, but Anakin now goes to the outside. Meanwhile, Pancho still working on DeMarcio in the middle of the ring. Pancho with the advantage. Just focusing on that left arm, but DeMarcio able to sit up, feeding off the Premier Planet here, gets back to his feet. And a shot to the midsection, 2 shots to the midsection, 3 shots to the midsection, breaks it, but Pancho with a thumb to the eye. Yeah, referee, you're going to want to stay out of there because DeMarcio building up speed, and that is what happens. But Anakin now back in the match. Tries to send DeMarcio over in a suplex. DeMarcio reverses, and now all 3 men are down. DeMarcio drapes an arm over Anakin, but only finds a 2 count.
Minutes have expired and the time limit, 15 minutes remain.
We're now about halfway through the time limit here, and all 3 of these men have battled each other into exhaustion. And Anakin now on the attack, has DeMarcio on the ropes, some stiff shots to the midsection. Now sets his sights on Pancho. Pancho reverses. Anakin looking to clothesline DeMarcio out. DeMarcio sends him over the top, but Anakin landing on the apron. Now DeMarcio and Pancho in a shoving match. Taking their eyes off of Anakin, who's going up to the top rope. A double crossbody takes both Pancho and DeMarcio down. Anakin is firing up now. Anakin building that fire. A drop kick for Pancho. A drop kick for DeMarcio. An enziguri right to the back of Pancho's head. 1 to DeMarcio as well. 2 knees right to the face. Oh, Pancho might be out after that one. Anakin trying to send Pancho out of the ring. Lines him up. Sends DeMarcio off. A knee right to DeMarcio's face. Sends DeMarcio in. Pancho moves out of the way. Sends DeMarcio over the top rope. A single leg drop kick takes Pancho down. Anakin pulling Pancho back to the middle of the ring. Calling for a high risk maneuver here. Pancho now with the referee, and there's Sensei! There's Sensei, and Sensei pushes Anakin off the top rope. Oh no, not like this, not like this. Pancho with his feet on the ropes, and that's gonna do it. 3 count for Pancho.
Here's your winner by way of pinfall, Pancho!